Hello, EDL 602 students. I wanted to come on just to kind of rehash some of the things that we spoke about during our virtual class on Saturday. As you guys prepare for the last 4 weeks of this course, we do have some things to work on. One being on July 6th, your Dropbox for domain 5 and 6 is going to be due. And with that, you're going to read about domain 5 core values and domain 6 your resource management. So please get those in on time for this coming week, especially with having a holiday coming up along with this on Friday, the 4th of July. So let's just make sure we get these in on time. So as we look at domains 5 and 6, question 1 asks, what can an administrator do to effectively communicate the core values and create a climate that clearly states what they value? When you look at question 2, it's going to be how would an administrator ensure that they manage resources in a way that focuses on effective instruction and the achievement of all students? Be sure to add a cover page, write the question first, then respond in the third person. Include in-text citations for both questions, and then end with a reference page. And keep in mind, you are not simply restating the domains and the elements. You are using the information you gleaned from the textbook to answer these questions from an administrator's standpoint. And the rubric is listed so that you can follow exactly what it is that you need to do for that. Nothing different. And then our next things that are in this module, it talks to you about your SMART goals and just tells you what a SMART goal is as you prepare to finish up your group project. So making sure when we're looking at filling in the template, the second template, we're making sure our goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, as well as timely. That is going to be important. And it's just a couple of few different charts that kind of explain the same thing about SMART goals. And then you have your template for your SMART goals. So this is just an example of what a completed one looks like. Just making sure your strategies, the person responsible, the timeline, the resources, and then the evidence of progress, that they're all things that match a SMART goal. Going back to the previous templates, what a SMART goal is. Make sure this is the one you download that you add all of your things to in your actual document. And then on July 13th, you will turn in your group project 2, part 2. And this is exactly what you need for that project. And I know we talked about this on our virtual class, but I want to remind you all the pieces you need for a successful submission. Remember, we have our cover page, then we have our first template from part 1, and then we have the template for part 2. Then we have our narrative. And remembering, in our narrative, we're going to cover root causes. And then we have our data. Those are the 5 parts that I will be looking for this assignment. So just making sure you guys remember to do those things is essential. Let's go back to our module. So just recapping, we are in week 6. So in week 6, you are reading about your different domains. We're going to upload our domain 5 and 6 on this Sunday, July 6th. We're going to be in preparation for the mock teacher evaluation, which is due July 20th. And remember, it has multiple parts to it as well. Making sure all of our domains assignments that we are in third person. We're not going to speak from I, me, or my. We're going to speak from what an administrator would do, which would be third person. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate to email. I will answer in a timely manner. Thank you guys for coming on, and I look forward to our next virtual class. Have a great rest of your day.